Today I'll be telling you one of the signs of the Qiyamah. I'll be telling you why the coming of the Mahdi is so approaching fast. And I will tell you this Dajjal that I found out recently. And subhanAllah, when I saw this Dajjal, now Kazzab, I should say, Dajjalun Kazzabun, I was very, very shocked. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. In the past, we have seen Kadhab coming during the time of Rasulullah SAW himself, Musallam al-Kadhab, one of the impostors. He said that I am a prophet. Anna min Allah Azza wa Jal. I am from Allah Azza wa Jal. Obviously, then you have other impostors, false prophets coming during the time of Rasulullah SAW. Aswad al-Ansi, one of them. There was woman. We have seen that continuation even in the 18th century when this guy, Ghulam Mirza Qadiani, he claimed to have divinity. He claimed to be the last prophet of Allah Azza wa Jal, who was born in the 1835 in India, Qadiani city, and he died in 1908 in Lahore, Pakistan. Then obviously we have seen other Kadhab coming. Over the time, there are so many of them. One thing very, very interesting is that we all see these are not Muslims. Today I'll be telling you one of the signs of the Qiyamah. I'll be telling you why the coming of the Mahdi is so approaching fast. And I will tell you this Dajjal that I found out recently. And subhanAllah, when I saw this Dajjal, now Kazzab, I should say, Dajjalun Kazzabun, I was very, very shocked.
The appearance of the State of Israel on the world map is one of the most remarkable events in political life of the 20th century. The creation of Israel was preceded by decades of struggle and conflict. In the new episode of How It Was, we will tell you how the Jews managed to create their own state. You will learn how the world's superpowers decided the fate of the new country, while the USSR, being an ardent opponent of Zionism, unexpectedly for everyone supported the creation of Israel.
If you're new to the channel, interested in the topic of end of time, consider to subscribe and hit the bell. Most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you are one of them, consider to subscribe. So in the past, we have seen during the time of the Prophet, there was Kadhab. Also in the 18th century, Mirza Ghulam Qadiani, he came, he claimed to have divinity. We see a lot of even non-Muslims coming out claiming to have divinity. Means we have connection with Allah Azza wa Jal. Does it ring the bell, by the way? Well, you know what? It should. Especially if you follow this guy who is seeing dreams and whatnot. But I'm not talking about him. Today I'll tell you one of the signs of the Qiyamah, of the alamat of the hour, inshallah. And why the coming of the Mahdi is coming so fast. So what I'm talking about, which Dajjal I'm talking about, which Kadhab I'm talking about today. Let me tell you this. Dear sisters, before I do that, I want to actually read you a few things. He was born in the year 1860, I believe, and he died in 1904. The same, almost same time when this Mirza Ghulam Qadiani was alive. But this guy passed away before him, 4 years before him. Then came a lot of other of his kids after him who continued on the message of lies. Now, what I'm talking about is something I want to show you myself on the screen. As you see, this is the guy, Netanyahu, who is now again the Prime Minister of Israel. If you take a look at his back on the shelf, you see there is a lineup of Dajjal. These are all Dajjal. Now I'm going to be proving you in a second. And actually I will do a litmus test to see if they are Dajjal or not. But you see this clearly that there are these figurines, collectibles of this Kadhab, these liars. So what I'm talking about, let's take a look at this report. Basically it says that Benjamin Netanyahu bookcase is familiar to Israelis, having served as backdrop to countless social media messages. To the discerning viewer, the books themselves are a message. For instance, the 2-volume biography of Vladimir Zebonsky by Shemuel Katz. Okay, I'm not gonna be going into the academic side of it because then you will get confused. You will not understand what I'm trying to explain. So let me explain it without going or resorting to academic discourse. Let's talk about the hadith first, and then I will tell you why and who are these Kadhab. You do not know them. You just saw the figurines. You did not know who they are, you do not still know. So I'm going to be explaining to you in a second. This is a hadith that is Sahih, narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, and this came in, I believe, in Tirmidhi. Rasulullah said, and I mentioned this hadith in the past, he said that لا تقوم الساعة حتى ينبعث دجال كذاب قريب من ثلاثين كلهم يزعم أنه الرسول. You remember the hadith? Rasulullah said, لا تقوم الساعة حتى, the hour will not be established until there will come 30 kadhab, liars, Dajjal, and they, all of them, كلهم يزعم أنه الرسول, and all of them will say, we are from messenger. Now let's take a look at the number, 30 of them, right? So we do not obviously know exactly who these 30 people are, but one of them could be, one of them could be this guy, Theodore Herzl. Theodore Herzl is actually the founder of Zionism in Israel. He was the or he was actually not the brainchild, he was the mastermind to establish, to design, to fashion this state of Israel out of nowhere in Palestine. Is he one of the 30 Dajjal? We do not know. Allahu Alam, could be. Let's take a look at other things about him. Rasulullah said, Kulluhum yazumu annahu Rasul. All of them will say, I am from God. I have some connection. I have some divinity. This guy, Theodore Herzl, he is actually somebody who is from God. Yes, this is what the Yahudi, they believe, that Theodore Herzl was sent from God, and therefore, dear brothers and sisters, this guy, as you can see on the screen, he fulfills the other requirements for him to become a Dajjal. Now, I'm not talking about that Dajjal, that the one is chained up. He will come at the end of time. But I'm talking about this mini Dajjal, if you like. So Theodore Herzl has fulfilled some of the criterias for him to be qualified as the Dajjal that was mentioned in this hadith. Dear brothers and sisters, this is who Benjamin Netanyahu is keeping behind his table. On the bookshelf, this is what this guy is. This is who he is. Means that the Yahudi, they are so now eager to venerate, even to worship these figures, these figurines, even they wouldn't mind to keep them as a reminder for themselves that they need to establish the state of Israel and also build the third temple. They are still waiting for the Messiah. We do not know when they will declare somebody to be the Messiah, and it will be a big problem. One report, it said, very, very interesting, that Netanyahu was chosen to be re-elected because through him, the Yahudi, the Orthodox Yahudi, the Zionists, they will bring their Messiah, and Netanyahu will hand over power to that Messiah. So we are living at that time, very and close to the end of time. We need to be prepared, and these are the alamat, dear brothers and sisters, the sign of the end of time and the sign of Qiyamah and the coming of the Mahdi. Assalamu alaikum.